Well, y'all, I finally did it. After years of complaining about my hair being unruly and frizzy and unmanageable, I finally bit the bullet and I got a keratin treatment. I've been weighing the pros and cons of getting this thing done for so long, and I've seen every single video on YouTube about it, and I still wasn't sure, so I finally did it. And here I am 3 months later, and I am here to tell you the truths, trials, and tribulations surrounding keratin. I'm gonna show you the before. I'm gonna show you the treatment. I'm gonna show you immediately after. I'm gonna show you after the first wash, and then I'll show you the result 3 months into the warranty of the keratin. If you're new here, hi, how are you? I'm Victoria Rose. I make all kinds of content here on this channel, anywhere from femininity content to commentary content to beauty videos like this. I am beyond excited to show you all the results and tell you whether I think it's worth it or not and if I'll be redoing it. But before I jump into that, I do have a word from our lovely sponsors over at Catch Beauty. Hi there. If you know me, if you've been following me for a while, then you would know that body hair removal and permanent body hair removal has been a huge roadblock in my transition. For years, I had to shave my arms, my legs every single day if I wanted a smooth result, and I had already spent thousands of dollars hand over fist at salon and electrolysis lasers on my face and my bikini, so I was just not interested in spending that money on my whole body. So I did some research, and that is when I found Catch Beauty's at-home IPL laser hair removal device. This laser is my top recommended method of permanent hair removal and permanent hair reduction. Like I said, used to have to shave my arms like every single day, and you can see here I have no hairs. The ones that I do are like blonde hairs that wouldn't be picked up anyway. With our IPL handset, you can get salon quality results at home for a fraction of the price. Also, it's in the comfort of your own home, and you can use it anywhere on your entire body. Instead of booking a section for your calf and then your thigh and then your tummy and then your chest, girl, you would be in a salon for years. On top of their incredible products, I really love what Catch Beauty stands for. They have been supporting the trans community since day one, providing us with resources. Catch Beauty wants to help us through even the hairiest parts of our transition. So whether you are trans, not trans, man, woman, somewhere in between, if you want permanent hair removal and permanent hair reduction, I highly recommend you click the link in my description box down below, check out the Catch Beauty at-home IPL laser hair removal device, and use code ROSE to get money off your order. Thank you so much to Catch Beauty for sponsoring this portion of today's video, and without any further ado, let's dive into my keratin treatment, honey. Okay, so this video is going to be sort of like part vlog, part explanation, because I have clips of me actually getting it done and before and whatever. So this is what my hair looked like before getting the treatment done. Just as a little bit of a backstory on me, I have done everything to my hair. I have bleached it white at home. I have dyed it black at home and then bleached it white again. Clip-in extensions forever. I've done tape-in, glue-in extensions, which was a disaster. But the one thing that I really wanted done, and I think I just should have done a long time ago, was a keratin treatment. So what is a keratin treatment? Basically, your hair is made out of keratin, and you are applying this treatment that smooths it out. It can make your hair look shinier, look healthier. It can seal split ends temporarily, and it can make your hair look a lot straighter, a lot smoother, depending on the keratin you get. I got the strongest kind of keratin, so if I said it in the video in the footage, I'll put it up right here. But there are a million different options. I personally have curly wavy hair, so I wanted to kind of mellow that out and get a flatter result, and that is kind of exactly what I got. So here is footage of me before going into the treatment and the entire process. Okay, y'all, today is the day. I am finally getting my keratin treatment. My hair is really oily right now, so please ignore that. Yeah, so this is my hair before. This is definitely not first day hair by any means. I have straightened my hair a few times since washing it. There's a lot of frizz. There's a lot of frizz up top if it wasn't so oily especially. But my hair naturally looks like this without any kind of blow dry or straightening or anything. So I'm so excited. So I'm actually not going to a salon. I'm going to a home salon with my good friend, basically my gay mother, John. We've known each other for a long time, and he has helped my hair tremendously. He met me when I had stringy black extensions and short hair, and now this is all me. So we are going to head there right now, and I'll see you guys there. Hello, mother. Hello. So 72 hours, no hair ties, no behind the ears, no like, you know, whatever.
Showering loose. Up on top?
I'll put it in a cap.
Gets wet, dry quick.
Okay.
I always say flat iron every day.
Okay.
Just on the safe side.
Yeah, keeping it.
Before you take your first wash, go through it in flat iron everything,
Okay.
make sure there's no bumps.
Right before washing.
That first initial wash. After that, doesn't matter.
Okay.
First initial wash, make sure if there's a bump and you wash it, that bump is there.
Okay.
All right,
But
sulfate-free shampoo.
sulfate-free, okay.
Yeah, so take anything that's not sulfate, take it right out.
Okay. For sleeping, just down. Like, don't even.
Yeah,
Like,
or loose.
Okay.
Nothing tight.
yeah, okay.
Other than that, baby,
Okay.
you be good.
We're good.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Y'all, are you joking? Look at how frizzy she is. Here she is, all rough dried, no conditioner, no product. Even when I rough dry it normally, it doesn't look this straight, but like, do you see how? Okay, we're gonna put the keratin in. All right, y'all, we got the bag on, looking good. This is gonna stay on for 30 minutes. And we are going to, blow dry her in and then flat iron.
And then flat iron.
Meticulously flat iron every little bit. He was telling me that as he put the keratin on, it was just like totally absorbing because my hair needs it so bad. Is that right, mama?
Yes, baby.
All right, y'all, so this is after just a blow dry. This is what it's looking like. We are about to do the flat ironing. It's gonna be like staticky from the straightings. It's gonna be so straight. I'll see you when it's all straight. Y'all, are you kidding me? Look at the shine. I have never seen my hair this pin straight before. This is the back. Like, what? It is so sleek. There's a little bit of static because it's so straight. I'll show you a clip right here of my hair outside in the sun and like hitting the light. It is so shiny. It feels so healthy. Now this is after being freshly flat ironed, so it will be obviously like way more flat and silky than it will be down the road, but I will show you after the first wash. And yeah, so I'll give you an update when I get home. Okay, so that is the results immediately after getting the treatment done, but that's not the final result. So basically you need to leave that in your hair for 48 hours after the treatment is finished. Throughout this video, I keep saying 48 hours. It's 72. It's 72 hours, 3 days, not 48. I say it like, what, 5 times? It's 72 hours. Before you can wash it out. What was worse than that though, was the fact that I couldn't tie it up. I am such like a sensory person that I need my hair up all the time. Gotta have it in a bun, gotta have it in a ponytail. I do stuff around the house. I get hot easily. So I couldn't tuck it behind my ears, which I'm doing right now, and I couldn't do anything else. So that was really, really frustrating. So the pin straight appearance that you see, as much as I kind of wanted that to last forever, that's more Japanese hair straightening. That is after he goes over each section, each paper thin section, about 9 times to make sure that the keratin is bonded with the hair. Now, this is a treatment that coats the outside of the hair rather than changing the internal structure like Japanese hair straightening would. So this is temporary. As your hair grows out, you're not going to see, you know, like your original hair texture and then a harsh line of straight hair. It's going to fade out naturally. So the regrowth isn't gonna look too different from the ends of the hair. So here I will show you results after the first wash and then the air drying results, and I'll get back to you with my 3-month update. Y'all, it is finally time to wash my hair. I can't tell you how excited I am to wash this because it has been so greasy, so stringy. This is day, like, that we're over 72 hours. This is Monday. I got it done on Thursday, I think. Like Thursday, I was supposed to be able to wash it Sunday night, but I was gonna work out this morning anyway, so I can finally get back to my routine. I had my hair up in a very, very, very loose ponytail. I have not put my hair up or tucked it behind my ears at all since he did this. And my hair was, like I said, already kind of greasy, but with the sweat, it's definitely still like not great. He did tell me to go through once a day and just kind of run a straightener through it, but it didn't even need it because it was still bone straight. But I still did it anyway. And today it's wash day. So I'm about to go wash my hair and come back to you when it is damp. Kind of explain my drying process, I guess, for first wash and show you the dried results. So we are washed and like 50% dry. It's already drying so much faster than it normally would. I did let it dry a little bit in a cotton t-shirt, and this is just what it's looking like. It is so soft considering I have no product, no leave-in conditioner, nothing. I was told to use this Keratin Complex Keratin Obsessed product. He sent it home with me, so I'm going to use this. He said to just shake it and apply it all over the hair and comb it through. So that's what I'm gonna do. For this, the first wash, I figured I would just air dry and show you guys what it looks like. When I normally air dry my hair, it's very frizzy, it's very curly. Now, I guess I'm just going to part my hair where I normally do. Did y'all hear that little gallop? That was Rosie, okay. I thought about getting the Japanese hair straightening treatment for a while, but that like is permanent. And when my hair grows back, it will be like waving curly at the root, and that's just not really my vibe. So this is not gonna last forever. And sometimes I like my natural curls, so maybe at some point I'll go back, but already I am kind of in love with the results. So I'm going to brush through this and then let it dry and come back to you when it is fully air dried. Are you kidding me? Okay, so my hair is all dry. This is now how my hair dries. You see there's a little bit of curve in the smaller pieces in the front, and I actually kind of like that. There's still maybe like 5% of my hair left that needs to dry, but the rest of it is all good. And just look at how smooth and straight and frizz-free my loud kitty in the background. She's on my butt. So as you saw from that clip, my hair doesn't dry perfectly straight, which is fine. I didn't expect it to. Kind of hoped it would, but it didn't. Keratin is supposed to last around 6 or so months, maybe 8 months, but I wash my hair pretty frequently. I work out a lot, so I kind of have to. I am 3 months into my treatment. I did say I was going to get back to you in a month. Didn't, sorry, but this is 3 months and it's halfway through, and here are my final results. Here's a clip of me with my natural hair after it has air dried 3 months into the treatment, and I love it. It is definitely a lot smoother than what I started with, as you saw in the beginning of the video. I still don't wear my hair natural most of the time. I do prefer to heat style it, but I'll get into that in the pros and cons. And here is my hair now. It is heat style. This is after straightening, and we're 3 months in. I will say my biggest highlight of this treatment is how shiny my hair looks. This is, I said before that I've done extensions and stuff. This is all my natural hair, and it is just so shiny and it stays straight for so much longer. We'll get into that in the pros and cons, but that is the final result. So now that I am 3 months into the treatment and I know exactly what it looks like, what are the pros, the cons, some things to know, and will I be redoing this treatment and getting it done again? We'll start off with the cons. The biggest con is that this can be damaging to your hair. Now the part that's damaging is the actual process of flat ironing into your hair. When you are flat ironing it, 2 things happen. One being that it is damaging your hair by using high heat on it and repetitive high heat on the same section. But 2, there are chemicals in the keratin treatment that when activated with heat can release formaldehyde. So that it doesn't damage your hair as much as it can damage you. So if you're getting this done, make sure it is in a well-ventilated area. We had all the windows open and a fan going and all the doors to the house open. But if you're getting it done in a salon, if they offer this, it will probably be well ventilated. On the topic of damage though, I do feel like I heat style my hair less overall. So I think it's doing less damage than it would if I just didn't get it. Keratin is not a conditioning treatment, so it's not improving the integrity of your hair. It can prevent ends from splitting while the treatment is in your hair, but it's not conditioning. This is just a coating on the outside of the hair. Another con for me is that my hair does tend to get a little bit more oily than before. I have to wash it more often, but I think that's just because it's not bone fucking dry anymore. My hair was so dry naturally because I have that kind of wave and curl to it. So it was very dry and brittle. Now it feels very moisturized and healthy, but I do have to wash it more often, which will over time erode the keratin treatment. The biggest con for me is more of my own fault, my own judgment, and that is I was expecting to get this done and never straighten my hair again. I was expecting to get it done and be like, all right, I'm natural, this is my look, like whatever. No, I could go out without my hair being heat styled and it would still look great, but I don't get that like extra soft, incredible feeling unless I heat style it. It still looks shinier, it's still less frizzy, and it's definitely nowhere near as curly as it was before, but I do still heat style my hair like maybe twice a week. We have two more cons, one of them being that you lose volume, but for me that's a little bit more of a pro. I have always, even in elementary school, I was called mushroom head. Isn't that cute? For having like really big fluffy hair. It's just, I naturally have a lot of hair and it's thick. So that was great for me. I wanted a little bit of loss of volume. And the last con would be the 48 hours of no washing, no tucking it behind your ears, no tying it in a hair tie or something. That's probably the biggest con for me. Actually, I take it back. That is definitely the biggest con because it's only 48 hours. And during those 48 hours, you kind of start looking like a drowned rat because it's so flat. But like, that almost makes me want to not get it again. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so irritating that it's just enough for me to be like, is that even worth it anymore? And speaking of, is it worth it? Here are the pros to the keratin treatment. Number one, of course, my hair looks so shiny. It looks, I've never had my hair look healthier ever. And I have healthy hair. This is all virgin. I've never like colored or bleached this hair at all. But even then, when I would straighten it or blow dry it, it tended to, the ends wouldn't be as sleek. It would start to kind of like puff up a little because there would start to be texture, there were split ends, and it didn't look as healthy. Overall, it is so much more sleek, and I am someone that gets really bad frizz the second there's an ounce of humidity, and I now can go outside with straightened hair and I don't have to worry about it becoming curly within an hour. Another pro to this treatment is, again, subjective, that I have very thick, curly, wavy hair, and I like to straighten my curls out to stretch them out as much as possible. So now, without heat styling, the parts of my hair that were curls, like ringlet curls, are now just waves. And the parts that are waves are loose waves to almost straight. So it's made a huge difference, and I have to use way less heat when I do heat style. The last pro that I have on the list that I think a lot of you will like if you blow dry your hair is it cuts drying time in half. But when you blow dry your hair, half the time. Quarter of the time. I prefer to let it air dry and then just quickly go through the flat iron like that. And before I tell you if I think it's worth it, if I will be getting it done again or not, there are a few things you need to know if you want to get a keratin treatment. Number one is you can't use any sodium phosphate or sulfates in your hair. For the 48 hours that the treatment is sinking in and you can't tie your hair up or whatever, you can't put it in a braid, you can't put it in a bun or a ponytail. So when you sleep, you don't have to do this, but I would really recommend getting a silk bonnet or a satin sort of cap or bonnet to keep your hair safe, to keep it from getting rubbed and messed up and everything, because that can affect the treatment over time. So I slept on a satin pillowcase, but I still don't think that was enough. If I were to get this done again, I would definitely get a satin or silk bonnet to just put over my head to keep my hair intact. This only lasts about 6 months. It is not a permanent treatment. You do have to continue to go get it. When you get it done consistently, you apparently will get better results. So I would be interested to see if that is the case or not. And the last thing you should know is that there are many different kinds of keratin treatments out there. The Brazilian blowout, for example, is a type of keratin, but that is one brand of keratin. It's not a type, it's not a method, it's a brand of keratin, and that lasts far less time and is less effective than the one that I got. Additionally, there are other ones that you can use without heat or without flat ironing your hair, and that can keep your curl if you're someone that likes your curl pattern. But for me, I wanted the strongest possible, and that's what I got. So, is it worth it? Am I gonna get it again? Baby, look at my hair. Have you ever seen something so luxurious? Have you ever seen something so soft and delicious? Yes, I will be getting it again. My next touch-up appointment is, I think, like April. I'm getting married in May, so I'm planning on getting it done end of March, so it has some time to kind of sit in and look a little bit more like this. The reason I'm going to do that is because the first month or so after you get your keratin done, your hair is so sleek, like so sleek, and I want sort of curls and updos and Hollywood waves and shit, so I would say plan accordingly. But yes, I will absolutely be getting this done again. As for the cost, this will definitely differ depending on where you go. As you saw, I went to my gay mother's house and he did it for me, and I just paid for the product and then I tipped him for his time. So without paying him for his time, the product itself was $290. So it's expensive. You know, it's definitely not cheap, but if you have the money, you know, I'm someone that gets my nails done, I go tanning, whatever. I don't get like injectables and my lashes done. So instead of doing those, I think getting a little treatment here and there, if you can find a way to manage it into your budget and that's something you really want, I would say go for it. You know, it's not for everybody. It isn't affordable exactly, but I had a great result, and I think if it's something that you want, just bite the bullet and go for it. I regret not doing this sooner because I spend so much less time obsessing over my hair. My hair looks so much better, so much healthier. I can't believe I never discovered this before, and I'm maybe never going back. All right, you guys, that was my 3-month update on my keratin treatment. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments down below. I love to hear from you, and I'm gonna do my best to get back to each and every one of you. If you wanna see an updated hair care routine on how I maintain my keratin treatment, or if you want sort of an interview with John about the application, let me know. I'm more than happy to provide that for you. You are all amazing. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and until I see you next week, good luck. I love you. Bye.